But from the two positions, I get the impression that there's one view is that the Antichrist, the Dajjal, the Antichrist is a concept, is a system, is a whole system, and not an individual, a being or thing. Whereas I get the impression from you, your discourse, your discussion, that it's actually an entity, a single individual entity. Could you elaborate on that, please?
That will take us to cosmology, the cosmology with which you started. Perhaps the most difficult of all is not the flying donkey. No. The Prophet said, Allah's blessings be upon him, that when Dajjal is released, he will live on earth for 40 days. One day like a year. There's your cosmology. One day like a month. One day like a week. And all his days, meaning all the rest of his days, like your days. When his day is like your day, he would be in your dimension of time. But prior to that, he is released. There are angels here, apart from your wife, of course. There are angels here. But we can't see them. In addition to the angels, there are beings created of fire, smokeless fire. This is sacred language, called the jinn. And they're here, but we can't see them. They are in another world of space and time. So when the Antichrist is released, he would be in 3 different worlds of space and time, 3 different stages of his mission, where a cosmological presence impacts upon politics and economics. Until finally, when his mission is almost totally complete, only then would he appear. And the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, that he would be born of Jewish parents. He would be a Jew. Now, when I had the last Christian-Muslim dialogue in Trinidad, as a young man, he told me that in Christian thought, the Antichrist is Gentile. Whereas our Prophet said he'd be a Jew, born of Jewish parents. He'll be young and powerfully built. He'll have curly hair. But although he appears as a human being, he would not be a human being. Because he would not be subject to judgment on the last day and be rewarded with heaven or punished with hell. He would appear as a human being. So there is a most definite cosmological dimension to the understanding of the subject of the Antichrist. My book, Jerusalem in the Quran, I've attempted to grapple with that cosmological problem and to show the linkage between cosmology and politics, cosmology and economics, and in particular cosmology and international monetary economics.